President, my name is Senator Victor Ume, OFR, the small one. I represent Anambra Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on this MTF and the strategy paper, fiscal strategy paper. The committee's report, I've gone through the pages, and I can say that the committee, both committees did comprehensive work in analyzing this document submitted to the Senate by Mr. President. Mr. President, I am happy that most of the analysis done and the projections made, most of them end on the positive note, giving hope to Nigerians that something or things are being done to rejig the economy so that our standard of living of the Nigerian people will improve. Mr. President, I've looked at the figures put here, both on inflation, the growth rate, and the projection the CBN has made on the stabilization of the Naira versus the dollar. The projection is on 1,400 Naira for $1. This figure may appear very good in the face of what is going on now, about 1,700 and something Naira to $1. 1,400 is still high, but it's a positive figure in the sense that it is a downward slide in the value of the Naira against the dollar. Last week, the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics brought out some figures of the things they have analyzed. Unemployment was given to be declining, and the GDP is growing. Mr. President, of all these projections we have done, the truth is that the test of the pudding is in the eating. You don't tell a blind man that there's salt in the food he's eating, because he will test it. So the importance of this exercise is to juxtapose it to the cost of living as experienced by the Nigerian people, so that they will continue to be hopeful and flow with the government. So that when you say have patience, people have patience, knowing that with all these things we have just analyzed here, that hope is on the way. The other thing is that looking at the cost of services and petroleum products, because this one is the one that is affecting Nigerians, very hotly, the cost of petroleum and energy. I can say, Mr. President, that I am very happy, just like Ningi reported, that the Port Harcourt refinery has come on stream. If you have ever followed my TV interviews and everything, from 8th Senate, I've continued to ask for revamping of our refineries. All the policies we are making to bring down prices, I've always seen that to have been illusionary unless our refineries come back on stream. Now, the breaking news of the Port Harcourt refinery coming on stream and the loading reported at the base gave me very sound sleep. But what I was expecting is a push down on the prices of PMS and all that. Maybe because they just started, the PMS is still hovering around 1,100 Naira per liter. And if they continue loading in the next 6 months, I have every hope that the prices will continue to go down, the petroleum products. So I join Ningi in saying that the government has scored a very good breakthrough on the issue of refineries.
Thank you.
Then the other thing is that we must be mindful of the fact that cost of living is still very high. I'm speaking on the side of people like me. I wasn't an ex-governor or people who that are wealthy in the chamber. We are suffering because energy now is very expensive. Every 5 days, one will spend about 100,000 naira on electricity in a 5-bedroom house. If these prices are not going down, and we're having all these positive projections, it means that the distress will not stop. People will continue to groan over high prices of cost of goods and services. So where government is making gain, I expect that government will cut from those gains and feel where the pains are. The increasing foreign reserve to $36 billion is very healthy at sight. But we will expect that some of these things will rub off on the cost of goods and services so that Nigerians will continue to wait and be hopeful. I express the same optimism that this MTEF was actually very objective in the analysis. The report dealt with the issues the way they are, factually and truthfully. So let government continue to put efforts in bringing down the prices of goods and services so that the ordinary man will understand it. I give you an example of what is going on this tax reform bill. This tax reform bill. You know, last week, the presidential advisor came here.
You have 30 seconds.
No, I'm coming now. The presidential advisor came here last week. I'm speaking about the way it is, not the way we want it to be.
No, I think we should...
the presidential advisor, Mr. President, I'm rounding up. I'm rounding up.
Let's limit our contributions to the...
Okay, one second more, I sit down.
FSP.
1 second more, I sit down. One thing, last week, the presidential advisor on tax reforms came here, and he spoke to us. We listened. I was one of the people that looked at his eyes and listened from the beginning to the end. And I was wanting to see the controversies. Because every morning you will see a text message, something will be forwarded to you. What are you people doing and what are you people not doing? I believe the anxiety out there is because many people do not understand the issues. When they hear about anything, tax is something people try to run away from. And that is what is informing this negative reaction to the tax reform bill. Last night I spent time listening to the town hall meeting on channels on the tax reform bill. And at the end, I couldn't see why we will not allow this thing to be given consideration on the merits. So people react negatively because of hardship. Once they hear that things are going to be this or going to be that, they say no because of hardship. So we want positive impact on the people with these policies and the projections we have made. That's what I want to say. So that we will continue to earn the patience and loyalty of the Nigerian people. Thank you, Mr. President.
Lieutenant Senator Seriaki Dixon.